Welcome to the only daily research news video report. This is Research Business Daily Report, and we're sponsored today and this week by Toluna, featuring its Panel Portal, a branded community solution that lets you listen and learn from the people you want to understand the most. 3 months after Facebook, the world's largest social network, admitted having secretly changed the emotional content of news feeds to over 700,000 of its members in order to understand emotional contagions, the company has finally taken public steps to try to quell some of those concerns. Chief Technology Officer Mike Schroepfer announced new rules for internal research and research that might be published by Facebook. Facebook is promising clearer guidelines and an enhanced review process before a project begins. It's setting up a new review panel of senior subject area researchers who will get input from engineering, legal, privacy policy, and research teams. Better training for researchers is coming, and a dedicated research website will be updated regularly. Schroepfer conceded that although the controversial study had aided Facebook's member understanding, quote, "It is clear now," he said, "that there are things that we should have done differently." The study, he said, could have been done in non-experimental ways and should have been extensively reviewed by a wider, more senior group of people before being released. Now, academic researchers who looked at what Facebook is now saying say they are not impressed. The new research standards, they say, do not have the transparency that should exist, such as for how Facebook decides whether to undertake any user study, in addition to guidelines about when and how it will actually tell users that they have been studied. Next, if you tweet, MIT will be joining you and your friends and the rest of humanity in taking a look both at your Twitter comments and everything else in social networking. That's because Twitter and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology's Laboratory of Social Machines have entered into a 5-year, $10 million partnership that is designed to understand social networks and new ways to benefit from them by making sense of patterns across mass and social media. That means an exploration of how people think and use social media, as well as how networks can increase accountability and transparency, plus gauge public opinion. And finally today, an item for all of us who just can't get enough media, so that we jump all day long from one media tool to another, turning away from those that are off and on to those that are on. Fox News reported that the journal PLOS1 has a study from UK researchers that is claiming that using media devices concurrently may alter the human brain and increase the risk of developing depression and anxiety. They say that simultaneous use of mobile phones, laptops, and print newspapers and magazines has been linked to lower brain density in the area that controls cognitive and emotional functions. This project involved 75 adults in fMRI study of brain structures, and University of Sussex neuroscience Kep Kilo, who was one of those involved, said the exact reasons for these changes is still unclear and requires a longitudinal research study. That's your Research Business Daily Report, sponsored by Toluna, featuring its Panel Portal, a branded community solution that lets you listen and learn from the people you want to understand the most. And we've got a link for you to help you understand Panel Portal. Subscribers, please check your email for that link, and everyone else, pay a visit to the description box underneath today's video. We hope you have a great research day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.